What's going on, guys? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here. Time to take a look at what sold out of the eBay store over the weekend. So this channel, all about reselling. I'm a part-time reseller, so I have a day job, work at the radio station in the morning. When I get done, then it's time to go into garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, that sort of thing, pick up stuff there. I bring it home, I process it, I list it on eBay, and then ideally, before too long, it sells, and I pull it, pack it, and ship it. And that's what I've been doing today. We had a pretty strong weekend, especially after a relatively slow week last week. That's just sort of the ups and downs of eBay. You're going to have some of those. So really nice to pick things back up. But things are going to start picking up, guys. If you're relatively new to reselling, this is the fourth quarter. People are going to start buying stuff for Christmas presents. And that typically starts in November. So we're almost there. Sales are going to start picking up, especially for new packaged things. Especially for toys. Toys are going to be big. They're always big, but I think this year even bigger. There's going to be a supply chain issue with toys and other things. So I think online going to be really, really good this year. So I'm already seeing some of the holiday stuff start moving. I hope you guys are too. The first thing that we sold this weekend was this guy, and it is a holiday item. It's Frosty the Snowman. It's a bobblehead. I picked this up for $1 at an estate sale last year, and I thought it would be worth more when I picked it up. It's not, but that's okay. $10.47 plus shipping. This Bud Light Spring Break t-shirt, I picked this up from the garage sale where we got that vintage underwear from the grandma. I also got some cool vintage shirts, this one of them. So $1 into this, and I took an offer of $14 plus shipping for that. This old field manual, this one from 1990, pretty old. I've been selling through these off and on. I picked these up from a National Guardsman who had a whole postal crate full of them. So I don't know, 25, 50 cents or something. I didn't even count how many were in the crate. I just knew it was a good deal, and I bought them all. And so we're pennies into these, and 100% profit at this point. We sold a couple right away for 15, 20 bucks. So we were way into the profit straight off. This one, not so profitable. It's 25 euros is what we got for this. It's going overseas. It's going to Germany. I sell several of these overseas, a couple to France, some to the UK. It's kind of interesting what goes overseas. So 25 euros. After we convert that and we pay the fees and we pay the shipping and all that, I'm going to make $6-7. So not a huge winner there, but you know what? It's another one out the door, and all of that stuff piles up. These two Hot Wheels Flash Siders, these really cool cars, and a really cool customer, Keith, came in and picked them up. Check it out. 50 cents into these combined, and Keith paid $9.98 free shipping. Keith, thanks a lot, man. And he's got some other purchases, so watch. Keith collects Hot Wheels. He told me he keeps getting in and keeps finding cool Hot Wheels in the stores. So, Keith, you always call my store awesome, and I appreciate that. You're an awesome customer. Thank you so much. He pointed out to me that it's snowing in Minnesota as well, so I don't feel quite so alone. We got here out at our place. We're in the North Valley. We're a little out of town. I bet we got by the time it was all said and done, maybe 8 inches or so out here, maybe a little bit more. But in town, they got like 18. So we got off a little bit easy with this snowstorm that came through, but it's supposed to be into like the 50s by this next weekend. So all of this is going to be gone, which means by about midweek, we're going to be running through a bunch of slush, which is going to be gross. Moving on. This Lewis Kemp Crab Delights hat. I picked this up last year for $1 or $2, and it sold for $20.99 plus shipping. Really nice turnaround on that hat. Took a while, but a lot of hats do. I still like selling them. You list them. They're easy to store. I've got 2 bins right up here full of hats, and when they sell, you put it in a cellophane bag, put that in a box, and ship it out the door. Usually it's somewhere between 6 and 8 ounces. Super, super easy, and a really good return on investment. This Big Lebowski print, this part of a BAM box. I get the BAM box every month, and I keep some of this stuff for myself, at least for a while, and then usually I sell it. And I usually make a few bucks on it, or at least break even, so that's okay. This Big Lebowski print, was part of the most recent, and I sent an offer on this one, and they accepted $9.47 plus shipping. This Hot Wheels CUDA, again, going out to Keith, 25 cents into this, and Keith picked it up for $12.74, free shipping. Keith, thank you so much. Ducks Unlimited, here's another hat. This one, a relatively low value hat, but Ducks Unlimited stuff sells pretty well, so that's why I picked it up. I think it was $1.99 at Goodwill, and it sold for $9.47 plus shipping. Again, I think that was an offer I sent out because it was like $9.97. Took off 5%, and they bit. So I'm happy with that one. Another hat, Pike Brewing. This part of a deal, I made a bulk purchase of some hats last year, so I'm about $1.50 into this, and it sold for $15 plus shipping. These creepy porcelain clowns. I've been hanging on to these for like a year and a half. Somebody finally bought them. I think I'm about $1 into these. This is part of a massive lot of stuff that I bought. And somebody bought them for $16.97 plus shipping. John Deere. Keep an eye out, guys, for John Deere. Even the manuals, if you see these, sometimes they're sitting at sales. Like this one, I got them to throw this one in for nothing. This was a, how much after you get your pile, after you already make a deal and you say, oh, what if we throw in that? Then it was just take that. Perfect. I'll just take that. It sold for $16.79 plus shipping. How about another Hot Wheels? And this one, not Keith. This a cool Escalade. And so 25 cents in. Not a big dollar maker here, but $3.09. Again, that a cent offer. I took off 5%, sent out an offer, and within minutes they accepted. So if you don't send out offers, guys, you ought to. I made a lot of sales this weekend by sending out offers, just taking off 5% of my price. People want to get a deal, and savvy eBay buyers know about the send an offer option, so they're just watching an item, waiting for you to send an offer. They're playing the game, so you play the game. Just give them a 5% discount. Your margins should be good enough to handle it, and then you're going to make the sale. So $3.09 plus shipping on this guy. This a really nice sale on another Hot Wheels. The Thunder Roller. This a double stack diesel truck. Really, really cool truck. I showed my father-in-law. He's driven truck his whole life. He liked this one. He said that one was with the sleeper cab up top. This was a cool truck, and it's cool enough that somebody paid $22.82 Great British pounds. That comes out to about $30 that they paid for this to go over to the UK. We're gonna make about $12 or $13 profit on this one. I did some rough back of the napkin math on these. 400 cars for $100. It's the long game, right? Because most of these aren't worth a big dollar. Now, I found a couple that are worth pretty good money, but most of them are going to be like, the $3 plus shipping or the $10 free shipping, that sort of thing. So I did some back of the napkin math, and it looks like we're sitting at about $95 right now that we've made in profit after fees on these Hot Wheels cars. So a couple more sell, and then everything that sells after that is profit. So that's really nice. I enjoy that. It's going to take forever for me to go through all of those, but they're little dollar bills just sitting in there, and they're super easy to ship. So I'm good with that, and we're almost into the profit on the Hot Wheels. This Lego Indiana Jones, part of a bulk deal of video games. I didn't do the math because it's not going to be great. We're about $2 into this. So what happens is when you lump a bunch of stuff together, some you overpay, some you underpay, and it balances out. Usually you still get a good deal, but you still want to sell the low dollar stuff. So I still listed it, and I sent out an offer on this one to try and get it moving, and it worked. $7.10 free shipping. Now, it only weighed 5 ounces, but we still paid, $3.50 for it. So add in our buy cost. We're now at $5.50. We sold it for $7.10. Do the math, even without figuring in fees. You can see, we made money a little bit, but that's okay. I'm all right. It's something else going out the door. I picked these up. You guys saw these this past weekend. I picked these up in Butte, these gloves for the barbecue, these high temperature gloves. I figured they'd move relatively quickly. They've got a good sell through, but they went really, really quickly after I listed them, and they went overseas. So we were $5 into these. They were new and sealed, and they sold for $37.11 Great British pounds. So we're going to make a really nice profit because They only weighed about 9 ounces, so we did pay the 1 pound rate, but that's $15.95 through pirate ship simple export rate. So we make some really strong money off of these gloves. That was a quick turnaround. This Honeywell pressure control gauge. I got this, I remember it on a thrift video, and I can't remember exactly the price. I think it was $4 that we paid for this at Aaron and Mia's thrift store. And it sold for $61.64 Great British pounds. That is pretty solid. We're going to make about $50 on this pressure gauge. I still don't know exactly what it does. I don't need to know. I just need to be able to take pictures of it, describe it, and then put it in a box and ship it out. And that's what we did. So that a really cool turnaround. Keith came back in the store and he bought this El Camino, 25 cents in again, and he paid $7.49 free shipping. And this Talbot Lago, this is a cool car. This looked really neat. $6.49 free shipping for this guy. And the nice thing was, Keith got all this over the weekend, so we just lumped it all together, and it came out to like 15.5 ounces. So I was able to get it all in one box and ship it out. So all of that's coming in one box, Keith. That ought to be there really, really soon to Minnesota. Okay, here's one I'm going to ask for your help. Take a look at this right here. Now, I sold this. I picked this up for $1 at a garage sale earlier this summer. And it sold. There were no others that I saw at the time listed. I haven't gone back to see if there are any right now. I'm going to guess no. It's from 2007. This Little Mermaid, this special limited edition, whatever. It's like a bath toy. I listed it for $20.99 plus shipping. And this morning, somebody bought it, full price, and then sent me a message and said, I have a special needs daughter. She's an adult. She's 27 years old. We traded a couple of messages. She's 27 years old, and this is the only toy that she'll play with. This is her toy. Obviously, these toys wear out, right? And so this lady said, you know what? I luckily, to this point, I've been able to find them and replace them. But she mentioned, I'm not sure what's going to happen when I can't find any more. It's from 2007, guys. I got to think it's getting probably pretty hard for her to find these toys. And so she asked if I had any others or just the one. And I said, you know what? No, I just have the one. But I'm going to reach out. I know other resellers. And so I am going to see if anybody else that sells on eBay might have one of these. So I'm going to put it up again. Here is the toy. It's not one of those, hey, I can only afford X dollars and this is for my special. She's not trying to play that con game, which I've seen. I know you guys have seen, a lot of people, and it's super obnoxious, super frustrating. It's just wrong. It's just people trying to get try to take advantage of good-hearted people. This is not that. She wants to buy it. She'll pay whatever the price is. So, she didn't even send me an offer on this. She bought it full price. She's trying to help out her kiddo. And I help coach Special Olympics. It's something that's very near and dear to me. It's close to my heart, and I understand where she's coming from on this. So I know it's a long shot, but if any of you guys have this toy or see this toy down the road, pick it up. I will buy it from you, and I will get it to her. I just wanted to throw that out there. And I didn't tell her that. But I'm going to hang on to her address and make sure that if I come across one of these, or if somebody else does and you guys let me know, I'm just going to get this to her. It's one of those things where most of us, we're not going to change the world, right? But we can change little tiny pieces of it. And so if by finding a little toy like this at a Goodwill or a Savers or at a garage sale and sending it can bring some joy to these people's lives, it's a very small thing. And so if you come across this way, please let me know. And like I said, I will buy it from you, and at the very least reimburse your cost and get it to these folks. So we did sell this $20.99 plus shipping on that. We sold this PS3 game, Midnight Club Los Angeles. I'm a couple bucks into this, and it sold for $8.99 plus shipping. And then the last one to throw on here before we call it is probably the best one of the weekend. Kermit, he's not sitting back here anymore. I kind of got used to him sitting back here. He's from the 70s. Jim Henson. He's polyester. He's got a little Velcro strips on his hands and on his legs, so he's posable, essentially. Really neat piece. I loved it. I found this at Goodwill. I think the stuffed animals there are $1.99. I think. They're not that much. And he was just shoved in there with all the other stuffed animals. But this is a classic vintage piece, and so it was neat to save it. It was neat to hang on to it for a little while and have it behind me here with the Prospector. But I sold it to somebody. I had it listed pretty high for $75 plus shipping. Somebody in Australia sent me a message and an offer and said, hey, would you consider $65 plus the international shipping? Yeah, for a couple bucks in, I definitely will do that. So $65 plus the international shipping, they paid $21 because I did this through the eBay Standard International. Now, they could have bought it through one of my web interpret listings in Australia and maybe got it for a little bit cheaper, but I'm also selling stuff through eBay Standard International Delivery. That works a lot like global shipping in terms of the way that you send it out. I don't send it to Australia. I didn't look at this one. I think it went to Santa Clara, California. I think that's where this label went. There's several different hubs, but they just go to an eBay warehouse and then eBay forwards it on to the customer. Unlike global shipping, you don't have to pay, or the customer doesn't have to pay the taxes and the fees up front. And why that's a good thing is because for many, many things, they don't actually have to pay those fees when it gets to their country. eBay charges that through global shipping. Through their new version, the Standard International, they do not. So it's much more attractive to many more buyers. I'm selling a lot of stuff through that, and that's what we sold Kermit through. So $65 plus the international shipping. That a solid turnaround, but I'm going to miss the guy. That's what we got, guys. I sure appreciate you stopping by. Come on back tonight, though. Come back tonight because we're keeping it real. The last couple of weeks, we've hung out with my man Joey Bada Bing 22, and we're going to do that on his channel. Still after, I don't know if I'm going to be. I don't know if that I'm going to be on camera, but I'm going to be in the chat with you guys. I'm going to go hang out with him a little bit tonight. But come back to this channel tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. We've got Art Vandelay coming in. We're going to keep it real with Art Vandelay, talk with him a little bit. He's got a cool channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, you need to be. He's a super funny guy. And anybody that's bringing Seinfeld into the YouTube universe, I am down with. That is one of my favorite shows, one of the most rewatchable shows. I actually took a class in college. One of my assignments every week, in high school. This is my senior year of high school. One of my assignments every week was to watch Seinfeld. We might talk about that tonight. It was a slacker class, but it was my senior year. I had taken all sorts of hard AP classes. I earned it, and I liked that class. Come back tonight, 8 p.m., Art Vandelay, right here. But for now, we're going to call it. We'll see you guys. Bye.